Hi, this video is the second part of how to create a Node API to send message across WhatsApp. In the first part, we create this project here in GitHub to use to send message using WhatsApp. But at the moment, this project is working just with one number of WhatsApp. But now we will increase this project to work with many WhatsApp numbers. So the first thing that we need to do is clone this project. So we'll copy the link here, go to end terminal, clone this project. The link of this first project video I will put here in the description. So now we have the starter project here in our machine. Let's go to the VS Code, open this project. Let's install the dependencies. The packages for our project. Let's copy this environment file, create a new one, and let's start the project using the dev script. Npm run dev. Okay, so now it's look that everything is working with the first project. So let's begin increase. Okay, so the first thing that we want to change is we don't want to start the authentication when the project starts. We want to start the WhatsApp authentication when we want to start some device authentication because now we will start working with many devices. So I will stop here the server. I will go here in the source index and I will comment this WhatsApp client initialize here because like I said, we don't want to start automatically. So I will save, and now let's go to the routes, message routes, and let's create a new one here. Can be outer get, and now let's pass the ID or some identification from our device. So can be the name like ID, so I'll put something like I need this ID to start, and I'll pass some function here, an arrow function, and let's say something like please WhatsApp client service, I want to start my client. We will create this client, start client, and let me get the params here from the arrow function here. So the ID is rec params ID, something like this, and let's get some response and send back the response for our client. Let's comment. So here at the moment, let's console.log here and show if we are getting this ID. Okay, so I will run the script to start the project. And now if I go to the Postman, and send something like I want the ID number 1 to start, the port is 3000, send, and yeah, it's working because now I have the number 1 here. If I pass number 2, I'm getting the number 2 here. Okay, so now we have this route to start some device authentication, and let's start modifying our WhatsApp client to work with many devices. Okay, so the first thing that we need to change here is we want to create some kind of array to get our clients saving in the same variable. So let's create some kind of clients constants here, and let's start working with functions here in this WhatsApp client. So I will create some kind of start client here, passing the ID, and let's get all this thing and put here inside this function. Okay, so the thing is, now when we want to start some client, we need to tell this API, WhatsApp Web.js API, to start some specific client, specific device. So here in this local authentication, I will pass this client ID using this ID that I'm receiving here in the function parents. Okay, and I will not put here this in this WhatsApp client. I will put inside this client variable, global variable here. So I will say something like the clients in this ID position will receive this authentication here, and this is for everything. So it's not WhatsApp client anymore, it's WhatsApp, it's clients in the ID position. And the WhatsApp client initialization was in the index when the project started, but now we want to start in a specific moment, so when we call in the route. So here after this we will say the same thing, like clients in the position of the ID will initialize. And if something goes wrong, we can console this error, something like that. So let's see if it's working, but we need to export this start client to work, to receive in the route file. So module exports, we will export this function start client. And now here back in the message router, I will comment this message route because we will change this the future. And now instead of WhatsApp client, we receive the start client from the WhatsApp client file. So here I will remove the comment, save everything, and let's see if I send, for example, number 1 to start. Now I'm receiving here the parent number 1. Let's see if the WhatsApp client is start. Okay, so now it's working. Now the client in the position number 1 inside this array is starting the authentication. Now that we have the authentication, we need to modify our send message route to receive the number that we want to send the message from. So I will remove this comment, and one new thing that we need to get here in the body, the request body, is the client that we want to send the message. What WhatsApp number we need to send the message. So here I will create a new variable like client ID, and I will receive from request body client ID, for example. You can use the route parents also, like for a start, but for this moment I will use the request body also. So with the client ID, I will pass to a new function that I will create in the WhatsApp client file, and in this new function I will receive the phone number, the message, and from what WhatsApp number I want to send the message from. So let's go back to the WhatsApp client file and let's create this new function. So here I will create new function like send message. This function will receive the phone number, the message, and the client ID. So phone number, message, and the client ID. Okay, and inside this function, the one thing that I will create is I will call the client's array, and the position of the client ID, and I will call the send message function, passing the number and the message. Passing the phone number and the message. So let's export. This is another function, and receive here in the message route to call when we send a message from the post method, post HTTP method in this route message. So now we can authenticate our device here in the terminal. I will open my WhatsApp camera to link some device. Let me do this. So let's wait some seconds here. And when we receive this message client is ready, it's because we are already authenticated. So let's go to the browser, go to web.whatsapp.com and synchronize another WhatsApp number. Let me do this. Let's wait some seconds. And okay, so now we have two WhatsApp authenticated, one in our API and one in a browser. Here in the API, we authenticate the WhatsApp in the number one position. Here in the Postman, we send this request, passing the number one and start the WhatsApp number one. And I will use this number to send the message to this WhatsApp that I'm opening here in the browser. So I will go back to the Postman, create another request, but now it's post in a route message, passing the client that we already started here, the phone number that we want to send the message. This number here is this WhatsApp opened here in the browser, and the message that we want to send. So I'm just sending this post request here. So let's send this request. They return it's okay, and if we go to the browser, we will see that we receive this message. So yeah, so it's working. So we have a route to start our WhatsApp and route to send the message passing this new client. So now our API is working with multiple WhatsApp devices. Another thing that I want to say is probably you use this API with some kind of front end using Angular or Vue.js or React. So when you start some WhatsApp, when you send this ID with the start to start some WhatsApp client, you will receive this QR code. This QR code is created here in this client on ready, client on QR. This function will generate this QR code here, and is creating here in the terminal. But if you want, you can, for example, send this QR code to our client, to our front-end client, to receive this QR code and show in some kind of application. So for example, here this QR code is just a string. Let's console.log here this QR code. Let me save here. And when we start, let me start this WhatsApp again. And now when we have this QR code printed in the terminal, because we are generating here, let's wait some seconds to generate this authentication. Here we have also this string is the representation of this QR code. So you can send this to your client. So your client will send the request to start the WhatsApp, and we can send back this string to generate this QR code in your front end. You can use some kind of socket like socket.io to send this to your client, or pusher, or another kind of socket. Another thing that we can do, we can send files, we can send media to our WhatsApp. client. So we can go here in message router file, and we are using multer to get the file from the request. So here, when we are receiving the post, we can get a file in request dot file, and we can send this file to our send message method. So let's go to the WhatsApp client and receive this file here in the parents. So when we have file, we want to send this file. Or just send a simple message. To receive the message here, receive the file, we need to put the content in some kind of variable. I will create a constant here, call it message file, and this will receive a new instance of message file, message media, passing the file, the MIME type, passing the file, the buffer, passing to string in base 64. And with this, we can also get our client and send the message. The phone number, passing this, I will call it message file instead, passing the message file. So let's try if it's working. So I will go back here, start the WhatsApp again. Let's wait. Okay, so now the client is ready. Let's go back to the postman, send a message. So the message it's coming, and let's try send a file. I will change from raw to format data, passing the same phone number, the same client, and the same file and the file. Something that we want to change here is when we are passing the client ID here using the form data, here is getting a number, a string instead a number. So I will pass this to a number JavaScript, not a string. Let me save. Go back here. Let me start again. Every time that we change something in our code, the server has started and we need to start the WhatsApp again. Let's wait. Okay, client is ready. So let's go back here to the postman, send a post request, file number, client ID. I'm passing this file, is an example of file, send. Phone is not defined. Let me see. It's not phone, it's phone number. Let me save. Start again. Let's wait some seconds. Okay, let's go back and try again. Okay, so we send the file here. So when we click, we are receiving the media. And when we try to send a simple message, we can use this from data, test for example, and we are receiving the message also, the text. So yeah, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like, and we see you in the next video. Thank you and bye bye.